being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Tennessee Titans. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
The ball carrier. Tackle made right at midfield. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
from the 50, it's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Tyler Higbee.
The Titans and Patriots tied together in so many personnel-related ways. But remember, these two met in the first round of the playoffs a season ago on a cold Saturday night in Foxborough. And it was the Titans who came in as the 6th seed and pulled off that stunner 20-13. Of course, Logan Ryan, one of those with Patriot ties. He intercepted Tom Brady, brought it back for the touchdown on what would prove to be Brady's final pass in a New England uniform. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
4 yards. And a Patriot first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
We're scoreless after 1.
It's the end of the first quarter with no score.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now it's Rodgers. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And the Patriots are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's 2nd down and goal.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
That's caught at the 1. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Tyler Higbee, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Good. Makes this.
And there's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Joe Reed returning. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37th. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
And 8 yards to go.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Patriots take over. On 1st down, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll find Williams on the slant.
Complete.
That'll go as a pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. A slant to Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
1st down, Patriots.
from midfield. Here's Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers throwing the out route and complete. It's Williams. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
And a Patriot first down.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. It's caught on the right side. Williams. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
A 34-yard attempt.
Vinatieri's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 29, Darnold. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Rodgers will try again on second down. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
From the 39, Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Darnold from the gun. He's got his tight end, David Njoku.
That's good.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now it's Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A 37-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. On play action, now Rodgers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
To Mike Williams.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Coverage by Byron Murphy.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And no, it's incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Sweat brought him down. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Take him down right.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Tate's got it. And the Patriots are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And a give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 6-yard line.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Tonight's final score.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Pats, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
The Titans take over.
And it'll be Titan football. So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Olivier Vernon. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is getting...
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Complete 200.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Brought down by Trayvon.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Olivier Vernon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will take... And he'll give it here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And Jeffrey's got it. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
The quarterback sack.
Brian Burns in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
2-yard line.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And this is going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Fielded at about the 28.
Holding, receiving team.
So now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. And now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he's going to go down again.
The quarterback taken down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Out of the gun now on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. John Johnson with the INT, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J.